How are you, parents? How are you? Happy Wednesday. Feliz miércoles. Thanks so much for joining us today. I really appreciate all of you taking the time out of your busy schedule to sit at home and relax with your child to talk about data. Estoy muy agradecido que ustedes tuvieran el tiempo ahora estar en su casa con sus hijos para poder platicar más sobre los datos aquí de la escuela. So if your child's not with you right now, go ahead and grab him to come sit with you. Si su hijo no está ahorita aquí con usted, llámeles para que se sienten con ustedes. And while you're doing that, I'm going to load up the presentation on the big screen. Voy a poner la presentación en la pantalla. Un segundo, por favor. Here we go. Vamos a empezar. So yes, you are correct. You are here for data night for CCMS. Estamos en la noche de datos de la escuela de CCMS. ¿Qué es the purpose for today? Big buzzwords. Understand, analyze, support best practices at home, and create. So we are going to be sharing some numbers with you. We want you to analyze them with your child today and identify what are some best practices that you can continue at home and how you can help us as we help you and help your child to succeed. El propósito de esta tarde es para poder entender, analizar y continuar el apoyo de las mejores prácticas en la casa para poder crear un plan de acción para cómo soportar a nuestros estudiantes. Vamos a compartir un par de números para usted. Mi trabajo ahora es explicarles, a ver así como ustedes nos pueden ayudar en la casa. It is my job to explain to you how you can make sense of these numbers and use them at home. So what is data? Data is a collection of information gathered by observations, questioning, and measurement. Data is often organized in graphs or charts for analysis and may include facts, numbers, or measurements. So los datos es una colección de información recopilados en observación, interrogatorio o medición. Los datos están organizados en gráficos, en tablas para sus análisis, para poder incluir hechos, números y medidas, as you can see on the picture on your screen. So what are we talking about here? ¿De qué estamos hablando? Ahora vamos a hablar de dos diferentes sistemas que nos ayudan a sacar datos de sus hijos. Today we're going to be talking about two programs that allow us to get important data of your child, specifically data in reading and in math. Específicamente en datos en lectura y en matemáticas. Como dice la señorita López en CCMS, cuentas claras, amistades largas. Just like Mrs. Lopez says, being clear with each other, it means a long, strong friendship. So let's be clear. What is MAP? ¿Qué es MAP? MAP es un diagnóstico que tomamos 3 veces al año que nos ayuda a ver el crecimiento sobre un periodo de tiempo para ver la trayectoria de su hijo, cómo va a terminar el año. So MAP allows us to take pulses of your child's growth 3 times in a year to see their projected growth and how they are pacing towards meeting their goals. That's what MAP allows us. And we take this diagnostic 3 times a year. Tomamos ese diagnóstico 3 veces al año. ¿Qué es iReady? What is iReady? iReady also helps us to measure growth. También nos ayuda para poder medir crecimiento. But here's the difference. It allows us to measure, but also create independent adaptive lessons in response to your child's data. That's the huge difference. Independent adaptive lessons in response to your child's data. iReady nos da información para poder crear lecciones independientemente que son adaptivos en responder a los datos que sus hijos nos dan. And this diagnostic is done 3 times a year. Este diagnóstico está hecho 3 veces al año. Pero la diferencia con ese diagnóstico es que los niños tienen trabajo asignados para ellos semanal para seguir practicando. The difference is that independent lessons are created on a daily or weekly basis that allows them to continue to practice those necessary skills at their independent level. So MAP is 3 times a year for projected growth, iReady creates independent lessons to help us to get there to their growth plan by the end of the year. So think of this like a potted plant. Kids come in the August and a potted plant, their soil, we plant the seed, we water, and they grow. Vean esto como una planta, los niños. Llegan como la maceta en agosto, les damos agua, la semilla, y la planta crece grande. That is our job, to make sure that your child continues to grow academically. Eso es nuestro trabajo para asegurarnos que sus hijos sigan creciendo académicamente. When do we take these diagnostics? Los tomamos en agosto, en diciembre, y una última vez en abril. We took them in August, December, and one more time in April. This allows us to take a pulse of your child's ability to make sure we're going at the correct pace and to see how we can support in the classroom. It allows us to see the support that your child needs in order to be able to assist them in the classroom correctly. They took 3 exams. Tomaron 4 exámenes en agosto, 4 exams in August. A reading and math diagnostic for MAP and a reading and math diagnostic for iReady. MAP allows us to close the gaps by the end of the year, giving us information to create next steps. iReady allows us to create individual lessons for them to be able to close those necessary learning gaps. Give me 1 second. Oh, it sounds like my battery is going to die. Give me 1 second while I get my charger. Hang in there, parents. 1 second. Lo voy a hacer rápido. Parece que mi computadora se va. Ay, ay, ay. Se va a apagar. Necesito tener el cargador. Perdón. Ahora sí. Okay, we're back. Ahora sí. So, tomaron 3 diagnósticos en el mes de agosto, 4 diagnostics in the month of August. So MAP gives us next steps to close those gaps by the end of the year, like big concepts. iReady gives us individual lessons to help them to close those learning gaps that they are still missing in order to reach those goals that MAP require us to have. So think of this like a credit score. The higher the score, the better opportunities you're going to have. So like Susie Orman, very famous lady, talks about credit and a lot of great books and videos on that. So it is our goal to help your child grow and be the best person ever. And we're doing that by using 2 sets of data that continue to guide us for our best practices to allow students to be the best people they can be in the classroom. So the higher the score, the better the opportunities you're going to have. So what happens when you get your child's score? The number is too low. I wouldn't focus on the number exactly. Focus on the stuff, on the actions we can take in order to help them grow. No quiero que se enfoquen mucho en el número y si están muy bajo o está bajo. No, en ese no es el aspecto. El aspecto es, quiero que ustedes se enfoquen cómo van a poder ayudar para poder hacer ese número crecer. So how do you repay your credit score? Similar to this, let me show you. Change starts with you. We need your help, parents. We cannot wait any longer. So this is why we're having this meeting today. No podemos esperar, necesitamos su ayuda, padres. So first is this plan ahead. They take the MAP diagnostic 3 times a year. They take the iReady 3 times a year. And this is all in preparation for the big state exam in the month of May that we take every year. And before you know it, it's graduation and we do it all over again. So our teachers have a specific plan that they have to follow to teach their daily lessons. But that is assuming that every child knows how to read and write and do math at their appropriate level. Many don't. So this is why these diagnostics allow us to understand your child much more deeply and truly understand what specific areas of needs they need support. But we can't do it all in the school day. So this is where you come into play at home by making sure that they do their iReady lessons that are created for them at their independent level so they can continue to practice at home. Durante el día no tenemos todo el tiempo y el lujo para poder hacer todo. Los maestros tienen un plan que tienen que seguir. Y el plan está basado teniendo entendido que todos los niños saben leer, escribir y hacer matemáticas a su nivel apropiado. Y la realidad es que no es cierto. Todos los niños vienen a la secundaria en diferentes niveles. Por eso, esos diagnósticos nos ayudan para buscar información específicamente en las áreas que necesitamos a soportar a sus hijos. Pero todo no se puede hacer durante la escuela en un día. Necesitamos que también ustedes nos ayuden en la casa, los niños haciendo sus lecciones diariamente en iReady, que están creados nomás para ellos porque es a nivel independientemente. So what does my map RIT score mean? Very easy to understand. In the green, and the blue, those are the averages of our students when they took the math map test. The numbers on the graph, those are the averages nationwide. So they are being compared with students all over the country and see where they need to be at the appropriate grade level. So as you can see in sixth grade, we're very close of being able to meet at the national average. Estamos muy cerquitas para estar a nivel nacional del promedio. So if we continue at the right path we're going, we will definitely be meeting or exceeding these marks. Again, this is the average and not the number we're trying to aim, but we obviously want to aim higher. En lectura, otra vez, el número de azul es el promedio. Los números que ven en el gráfico son los promedios en comparación en este país. Estamos muy cerquitas de llegar a esos números para que tomamos el diagnóstico en el semestre de otoño. We're very close. Again, we're going to take this diagnostic 3 times this year. Vamos a tomar el diagnóstico 3 veces este año para poder ayudarnos para asegurarnos que sus hijos sobresalgan este año escolar, específicamente cuando toman ese examen estatal que pasa en el mes de mayo, specifically when they take the exam in the month of May for the state exams. So here are the averages. Again, where are we going? We want to go higher, but it starts with you helping us at home. También empieza con ustedes ayudándolos en la casa que sigan haciendo su trabajo. You helping us to encourage a child to keep doing their work. If we continue at the pace we're going now, and we keep the momentum, we can definitely see growth and celebrate by the end of the year. Si vamos al paso que vamos ahorita en este momento y siguen empujando a sus hijos, de veras vamos a ver crecimiento para el fin del año. So these numbers that you see in black are the national averages. This is the numbers that we want our students to meet in order to be proficient in their content area in their grade. Esos son los promedios en lectura y en matemáticas que queremos que nuestros hijos miren, lleguen al fin del año para poder que son adecuadamente haciendo el trabajo que tienen que hacer para sus clases respetadas. Parents, we can definitely do it. We're not too far from hitting our numbers, but we need your help. Very close. So how does this work? ¿Cómo trabaja esto? Vemos en la pantalla de abajo, iReady da lecciones en inglés y en matemáticas a nivel independientemente. It requires a child to have daily practice. These daily practices help to fill in the gaps. Nos ayudan a llenar los huecos. Has model detailed lessons and sometimes is done in class. So in theory, if a child does one every day, they will definitely grow by the end of the year when they take the MAP diagnostic. MAP diagnostic measures growth at a specific time in a year. It is a good predictor in areas of need and it helps us to project results for the state exam. So if they do their work on iReady every day, practice those lessons, they will definitely grow when they take their MAP diagnostic those 3 times in a year. What do I mean by fill in the gaps? ¿Qué me refiero para decir llenar los huecos? So let's say, for example, in math, they're doing long division. And as your child is doing their daily practices, they're not getting it. The computer is going to see, oh, wait a minute. We need to take one step backwards and we need to review how to divide simple numbers. And this is where the computer comes into play, and it takes one step back in order to help your child to do long division. So this is how it's individualized. It measures how your child does its work. ¿A qué proponer que en matemáticas están haciendo división larga? Durante el programa, sus hijos tienen dificultad. La computadora dice, ¿a qué tomar un paso para atrás para poder hacer división simple? Les ayuda cómo dividir simplemente antes de darle el trabajo más complicado. So, cuando la computadora mire que hacen la división adecuadamente, ok, los mueven a su nivel que tienen que ir. Por eso me explico que el programa iReady nos ayuda a llenar los huecos de aprendizaje que todavía necesitan ayuda. So iReady allows us to fill in the gaps of the learning that they need to do in order to be successful in their content area. What about reading? Very simple. There's 3 examples, student A, B, or C. Look at the students that read for 20 minutes a day. Look how much they grow by the end of the year in comparison to student C. Miren el estudiante A o B o C. En comparación al A, si lee mínimo todos los días 20 minutos, para el fin del año va a crecer en comparación al niño que nomás lee 1 minuto por día. What child do you want your student to be? A, B, or C? ¿Ustedes qué quieren que su hijo sea? A, B o C? La respuesta es muy obvia. What do you think? ¿Ustedes qué piensan? Yes, we also know about homework. Homework is not being assigned every day for every class, but we are assigning it a few times for English and math because those are the ones that the kids need the most practice. Practice is key. Reading every day is key. And you parents monitoring your child's report card or grades through PowerSchool. And when you see those grades drop, connect with the teacher and inquire, I would like to know what's happening in class so I can help my child. Most of the time, they're not turning in the work or they're fooling around. Usually that happens, the teacher would have contacted you by then. But again, we have 120 students per grade level. Every teacher has to grade 120 assignments. We also need you to help us out. Monitor on PowerSchool. Práctica es la clave para el sobresalentamiento. También lectura cada día. Y también requeremos que usted siga vigilando los reportes de grado de sus hijos en PowerSchool y el momento que mire esos números bajar, comunícase con el maestro inmediatamente para saber cómo ustedes pueden ayudar. Practice is key. Reading is key. Check the grades through PowerSchool, parents. You are in control too as well. So what can you do? ¿Cómo pueden ayudarnos? Ahora van a hacer un trabajo con sus hijos de reflejar sobre los datos. You need to create a roadmap by reflecting on your child's data. Your child got the data today on a blue sheet of paper. It looks like this, un papel así. Su hijo lo tiene en la mochila. They got it today from their teacher today during advisory. ¿Qué va a pasar ahora? Parents and students, we want you to read the data sheet with your child section by section as a team. Queremos que ustedes leen la hoja color azul, sección por sección, como un equipo con su hijo, padres. Next, after you are done and you answer the questions, type a message to your child's advisory teacher on Class Dojo, including your name, your child's name, and answering the 2 questions, one in math and one in reading. Escriba un mensaje a su maestro de advisory solamente en Class Dojo, que incluye su nombre, el nombre de su estudiante, y contestar 2 respuestas, una en inglés y una en lectura. By completing this step, your child would earn a free dress pass to wear at a later date and be entered into a raffle to win college gear or college sweater and to be worn on specific college dates here at CCMS. Completar estos 2 pasos permitirá a su hijo ganar un pase de vestuario mente gratis para una fecha futura específica y su hijo va a también poder participar en una rifa para poder ganar un suéter universitario para poder usar en días asignados. You must send this message by your child's teacher and advisory by Sunday at 5 p.m. in order to count for a free dress pass. Tienen que mandar ese mensaje, tiene hasta el domingo a las 5 de la tarde para poder contar, para ganar su pase de gratis de vestuario y entrar a la rifa. You have until Sunday by 5 p.m. in order to earn the free dress pass and to earn the raffle. So please, look in your child's backpack now, ask your child to bring it. Everyone got it today at school. Miren con su hijo en la mochila, para esa hoja azul, todo se fue entregado ahora durante clase de advisory. This is not a one-person job. We must work together with your child and you parents. So this is about you today. We need your help at home. Necesitamos su ayuda, padres, ahora. Ayúdenos a tomar acción en la casa y ser el porrista más poderoso de sus hijos en la casa para ayudar a sobresalir. Be the best cheerleader at home, parents, to ensure your child's on a path for success. We need you. It starts at home. Empieza en la casa. So please help us out and ensure that this sheet gets answered and you send a message on Class Dojo so the teachers know that you've read it and your child can earn a free dress pass as a bonus. Empieza la casa, padres, necesitamos su ayuda. Por favor, ayúdenos a llenar esa forma y mándense mensajes a los maestros en Class Dojo y contesten las preguntas. On behalf of everybody here at CCMS, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Para todos aquí en CCMS, gracias por compartir esta tarde con nosotros. We appreciate you, parents. Thank you so much for your love and support. Gracias, padres, por su apoyo. Nos vemos pronto. Don't forget, Sunday, el domingo a las 5. Sunday by 5,